Let's get one thing straight. This video isn't about bashing marriage. It's about truth. Uncomfortable truth. The kind that makes you squirm but also wakes you the hell up. Because today we're exposing the psychology behind something most men ignore. Why so many married women become easy to prey. Not for predators, but for emotional chaos, validation seeking, and secret affairs. And no, it's not what you think. This isn't about bad girls or loose morals. It's about emotional starvation, internal conflict, and repressed identity. Oh, before we continue and before we begin, I'll leave you the link to my other channel in the comments. We want to get it to 1,000 subscribers. Let's begin. 1. She's bound by comfort, thirsty for excitement on paper. She has it all. A house, a husband, 2 kids, maybe even a dog named after some wine. But here's the kicker. She's bored to tears. For many women, marriage begins like a Nicholas Sparks novel and ends like a bank statement routine. It becomes the silent killer, the same dinner, the same conversations, the same dry kisses on the cheek. No danger, no mystery, no life. So when a man walks by who carries himself as if he doesn't need her validation, who looks her in the eye without hesitation, who exudes risk and speaks with purpose, he sparks something her husband hasn't done in years. A spark of unpredictability. Here's the hard truth. She's not chasing another man. She's chasing a version of herself she lost. When she became a wife, a mother, a scheduler, a cook, and a calendar reminder, she's not cheating out of spite. She's cheating out of emotional malnutrition. And if you don't believe me, go to any high-end gym, corporate office, or yoga class. Women with rings are the ones who make the longest eye contact. 2. She's addicted, but not to what you think. She'll never admit it, but it's not love or even affection she craves the most. It's validation, and it's the kind that runs deeper than any substance, more dangerous than people realize. Want to know the most overlooked addiction in the world? Attention. It's darker than most realize, more powerful than drugs, more socially acceptable than alcohol, and more accessible than ever. And for some women, especially those trapped in the silent corners of a marriage, attention becomes oxygen. Imagine this, a woman who's been feeling invisible in her own home. Then one day, a stranger smiles and says, "Wow, you're glowing. I can't believe you're married. You don't even look it." Just like that. Dopamine. A rush, a spark she hasn't felt in years. And here's the part most men don't understand. She doesn't want the man who gave the compliment. She wants the feeling he awakened in her, the reminder that she still matters, that someone sees her. This is why social media is a silent battlefield. One new follower, one flirtatious message, one heart emoji under a selfie. To you, it's harmless. To her, it's emotional currency. A bandage over the wounds of disconnection. Because in a marriage starved of intimacy, attention becomes the substitute. When her husband stops noticing her perfume, stops touching her lower back in the kitchen, stops saying, "You look beautiful today," she won't necessarily leave him. She'll just seek proof she still exists. Somewhere else. And in a world where validation is just a swipe away, she'll find it. Not because she wants to cheat, but because she wants to feel alive again. 3. She thinks no one will suspect her, and that's what makes her dangerous. Here's the hidden truth about some married women who push boundaries. They don't come across as troublemakers. They wear invisibility cloaks made of routine and responsibilities. She's the mom carrying a toddler in the grocery store, the elegant HR manager with a gold ring on her finger, the woman stirring lasagna on a quiet Tuesday night. But cheating doesn't always mean wearing red lipstick and high heels. Sometimes it's wearing yoga pants, driving a modest Honda, posting family photos with perfect captions, all while hiding a secret inbox full of just a friend messages. Society still clings to an old myth. Men cheat for excitement. Women cheat for love. Wrong. Women cheat for the same reasons men do, because they're bored, because they feel invisible, because it feels good to be wanted again. But unlike men, many women are trained to be discreet. They won't be reckless, they'll be clever, they'll flirt with emojis and timing, they'll say things like, "You're overthinking it. He's just a friend. You're being paranoid." And the real danger, she thinks the mask of loyalty she wears makes her untouchable. She thinks no one sees beyond the carefully crafted life. But the truth always finds a way out. And for men who walk the path of Stoicism, we don't chase chaos. We observe it. We read the silence between the words. We notice the subtle expressions, the shifting patterns. We don't accuse, we understand. Because when a storm brews behind calm eyes, the Stoic man sees it, long before the lightning strikes. 4. She left long before she ever walked out. You just didn't notice. Ever step into a room and feel something's off before anyone says a word? That's what it's like living with a woman who's emotionally checked out. She's still there, in body, not in soul. The dinners turn quiet. Affection becomes robotic, just another task to cross off the list. The spark? It's been dead, not for weeks, for months, maybe even years. But you wouldn't know it from the outside. She still smiles in photos, she still writes those sweet anniversary captions, still packs bags for vacations, sits beside you on the plane, looking like she's present, but mentally, she's already gone. This is where most men go blind. They think cheating starts with bodies. Wrong. It starts in the mind. It starts when she stops laughing at your jokes and starts replying "ha-ha" to his. It starts when she says she's too tired for a conversation, but lights up like Christmas when her phone buzzes. By the time she physically cheats, her heart left long ago. And here's the twist. She'll justify it in her own mind. He doesn't see me anymore. We've grown apart. It's not like I meant for this to happen. But if you were truly paying attention, you would have seen the signs, the silence louder than words, the distance behind her eyes, the way she stopped talking and started wandering. This is why Stoic men don't wait for explosions. We feel the shift in energy. We track patterns, not promises. We don't beg, chase, or cling. We observe, we understand, and we walk before the fire consumes everything, because sometimes letting go is the strongest thing a man can do. 5. She plays the innocent role because you never suspect the snake in the garden. Here's a dark truth that'll piss some people off. The most dangerous women aren't the wild ones. They're the ones who seem the sweetest. Why? Because the mask is airtight, because she's mastered the art of the innocent. Glance, the soft tone, the casual touch, and because you, my friend, were never taught to look deeper. You were trained to believe good girls don't cheat. Married women don't stray, mothers don't lie, but lies wear aprons too. And some of the most emotionally manipulative women weaponize their virtue. She'll cry when she's caught, play the victim, blame the man for being emotionally unavailable. But deep down she knew exactly what she was doing. She didn't trip and fall into someone else's bed. She walked deliberately, step by step, justified by every fight, every cold dinner, every missed compliment. This is why Stoic men never judge based on appearance. They judge based on energy. If the vibe's off, if the eyes don't match the words, if the warmth feels transactional, you don't chase, you don't fix, you exit silently, powerfully, with your integrity intact. If you've ever felt that a woman wasn't being real with you, but couldn't quite explain it, drop the word aware in the comments. Why? Because most men stay blind, but the ones who are aware, they never get played twice. Let's see how many of you are wide awake. You're not here for sweet talk, you're here for truth. The kind they don't teach in schools, in churches, or on TikTok. If you want more of that raw, uncomfortable, brutally honest perspective on women, psychology, and power, click subscribe. We don't sugarcoat here. We sharpen steel. Until next time, watch her actions, not her ring, and never apologize for seeing through the mask. Stay sharp, stay stoic.